Someone asked me recently what my thoughts were on dating outside of my social class.
So welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the whole discourse about Clarke on TikTok. Like, someone asked her if she basically dates below her standards, and she said that she doesn't do it, and I'm not surprised. So you'll you'll see that I've inserted a clip of the video, and in that video I'm really just talking about the way how she grew up, how her father went to prison, how she didn't grow up with a lot of money, and how there's a teacher. And from a very early age, she knew that she wanted to have a good life. She wanted to have a fruitful life, and so she would work hard by any means necessary to get there. She went to Columbia, she did internships, and now she's going to law school. So she's a very smart girl. I think she got like over $1 million in scholarships, and she's also a content creator on TikTok. So she does really well for herself. With creating this type of life that she created for herself, she doesn't really date guys that can't match her energy or even beyond. And you see that if you watch her TikTok videos. She's always going on these really nice, beautiful dates. She's always, like, it's just really nice. I feel like with that, there came people having issues with it, of course. People always have issues with whatever Black women do. And if you watch her entire video, she did say, like,
They can't match it. I don't even need you to give it to me because I've already gotten it for myself. But if you can't be right there with me, it's not fair to me to lower my standards or accept certain things that I knew I never wanted to, which is why I work so hard on myself just so that I can be with you. And it is not lost on me the fact that a lot of guys my age are just not going to have what I have, because I'm in a very unique position to make an insane amount of money for someone my age. And that's where the other part of the socioeconomic status comes in. I need to at least see that you have worked as hard as I have to put yourself into certain spaces, to open up certain doors for yourself, to go to certain schools or whatever it is, because you have this intrinsic ambition and drive, because you know that you also have your eyes set on the sort of lifestyle that I do, and that is what you're actively working towards every day.
see that you're doing this and you're at the same level as me, and you have this same type of ambition and same drive, and I'm seeing that you're there, then yeah. But if you're not even at that level, then no. It's only Black women that really have to type of make this type of disclaimer, that has to explain why they don't do the things that they do in a community where we have to be fit, we have to be beautiful, we have to be educated, we have to be all of this. And at the same time, being all these things, being fit, beautiful, educated, ambitious, go-getters, at the same time being knocked for being educated. Or just being knocked every step of the way. Even when you like enter in motherhood, you're being shitted on. That's why there's a whole stigma against being a single mother. it's, I believe that shit started in the Black community. Really, the stigma is so bad. So the fact that she's even taking the time to explain this, what if she was to date somebody, right, that wasn't where she was, and then was online complaining about it? What do you think the people in the comments would be saying to her right now? They would be telling her that she chose wrong. That's your fault. You shouldn't have chose the bum. You shouldn't have chose the loser. So I really feel like when you're a Black woman, you're either damned if you do, damned if you don't. And there's so much that is put on us, and nothing that is put on the men. I believe this stems from like our great-great-grandmothers and them doing to their daughters, making sure that you have XYZ, making sure that your ducks is in a row, while at the same time that we have to be this way, that we have to make sure we have everything in order, because damn if everything is out of order, people are going to make us feel like shit. While that we still have to make sure that everything is in order, that we're educated, that we're fit, that we're beautiful, that we're all these things, that we're not single mothers. These men only have to have a mediocre job. Like, they only have to have, hell, if they even have a freaking job. So it's like, why am I going to take away from the life that I've built for someone that isn't there? And this is a conversation that only happens in the Black community. I've never seen white people having these type of conversations, or talking to white women about why they need to settle, or why they just need to find a man. And we all know that they're only asking her these types of questions because she's dating white men. So yeah, if you see a Black woman that is living this luxury type of lifestyle online, the first thing someone will ask is, what do you do for a living? How do you have this type of like career that you have? How are you able to afford these types of nice things? That's the first thing that you'll see in the comments. It could never just be like a page of a woman who is just into luxury and she loves showing this off. And this is the same thing that you see with Clarke. She shows her lifestyle on TikTok. You see that she lives a full life. People, they notice the type of men that she date, and they're like, you know, people are like, would you ever date down? And a lot of people are not happy with her response. And let's clock it. Let's talk about the people that are typically not happy with her response. These are usually either Black men or women, Black women that have settled. They hate their life, and misery loves company. They 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 believe that, well, you're a Black woman, you're beautiful. You should be giving all this beautifulness to someone that to help bring up a Black man, help bring him up. Like, what is this? Well, these people are usually miserable, and they're usually really nosy, and they usually just believe that everyone should have the same type of life that they have. And this is why you have to disassociate with, obviously, be proud to be Black, right? But don't drink the Kool-Aid of the community. That's what I like to say. Don't believe everything that people in the community are saying, because they will lead you astray. You have to have discernment, and you especially have to have discernment with people that look like you, because the only reason why these people are asking her these type of questions is because they notice that she's only dating white men, and they're pissed off. Why aren't you dating a Black man? They're probably going to be soon. They'll probably be like, why do you hate yourself? I worked really hard to get to where I am. Why would I date someone that is not at that level or beyond? Why would I do that to myself? That's working backwards. You already did the work. So you should have a partner that reflects what you did, basically, or beyond. I can take it into a different direction. Me personally, I'm not where Clarke is. Clarke is very successful at a very young age. I'm not where she is. And even I wouldn't date someone that makes what I make in salary, my salary or below my salary. I wouldn't do it. To me, it doesn't make any sense. You're a woman and you want a certain type of lifestyle. You can create it for yourself, but you can also get that lifestyle if you want, if you choose the right partner. Like, to be quite honest, this is nothing new. It is a tale as old as time. If you want a certain life as a woman, you can get it. Clarke is just doing it from a different standpoint. She's having life by the balls, and she's getting what she wants out of life. And so, yes, she deserves someone that is if she wants, at her level or beyond her level. It's always Black women that have to explain why they do the things that they do. They could never just exist in luxury spaces. They could never just create beautiful content without women. We always have to like have an excuse for why, well, not excuse, but a reason for why we're doing the things that we do. Meanwhile, you will see, I don't even like talking about this girl, but you will see an Alex Earl, and she will probably, I don't know who she dates, but she will probably never date someone that is like below her. She will never do it, and will never have to make a video for it. And her followers won't ask her about that. It's always, I feel like it's always Black women that are expected to just settle and like settle for less. And I know people like that. Like, I know people that have created beautiful things for themselves, and they're with someone that is not where they are, and it shows. And I don't think those types of relationships are the best. Like, it works out for some people, but if a person's not at your level, there's always going to be, it's just always going to be an imbalance, in my opinion. So yeah, a lot of people weren't happy with her. Like, they didn't really like her response, and I'm kind of annoyed that she even had to make that video and explain the reason why she doesn't do it. To me, it's common sense. Like, why would you be boom, 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 and he's only here? Like, this is always to case with a lot of Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women, because it shows even in the community, in order to have a man, you have to be this, you have to be everything. You have to be the full package. Meanwhile, the guy, he can only be half the package. You're winning. You at least got a man. Like, you got a Black man. Remember that old saying, half a man is better than no man. That wasn't in my time, that was in my mother's time. But even I know that saying, half a man is better than no man. And I feel like we're in just a new existence where millennial women, Gen Z women, they're not playing. They're getting to the bag, and they're leaving whoever doesn't want to follow behind. And if that means getting with guys that don't look like you, then that's what that means. We all know why they asked her that question, because she mainly dates white men. Nothing wrong with dating white men, as long as you don't look at them because they're white. Like, you date them because of the qualities and things that you have in common, not because they're white. You can date whoever the hell you want to date. You don't really have to be successful to date. Like, that's not what she's saying in the video, but I'm just taking another spin on it. You don't have to be at Clarke's level to date successful men. You just have to have like the confidence and believe that you're capable of attracting those type of men, and you will attract them. Or you could be successful and just focus on that, on dating those type of men. Like, I have an aunt who she's like my great aunt or second aunt, spent her entire life dating these color men, right? Had kids, a husband was a doctor, he died, and she kept on, after he died, she kept on dating these type of men. And now she's retired. She hired a matchmaker. The matchmaker found her a white man that is literally like more successful than her, and she seems to be really happy. So there are so many different ways to do things in this life. You can do it Clarke's way. You can become successful in whichever way, whether that's through academia, whether that's through starting your own business, whether that's through real estate, whether that's through singing, art, anyway. You can be successful. Gaming, anyway, shape or form, you could be successful, and then you could date whoever you want to date. You can date somebody that's more successful than you, someone that's not that successful as you, whatever. But at the end of the day, you cannot knock somebody for choosing why they wouldn't lower their standards, why they wouldn't date someone that's less than them. And that's not to be classist. Like, it's not saying, oh my God, I'm not dating you because you're broke. It's honestly because they just don't want to have to change their lifestyle. Like, we see this time and time and again. Like, if anyone likes to watch reality shows, there was this one, what was it? It was Love is Blind. It was that, so it wasn't actually Love is Blind. It was Married at First Sight, but I can't find the clip. But we've all seen Love is Blind, right? And how whenever it's a successful woman that is with a man who isn't at her level, like, he's successful, but he's just not at her level. Like, this woman is usually a business owner, or she's usually a travel nurse or something, right? They don't really mesh well because the lifestyles are different. She's used to traveling, she's used to doing XYZ. He's focusing on saving and building. She can save and build, but on a different level than him. So it always causes an issue. Like, the priorities are different. And the truth is, if you have more money to play with, you can save and still travel. Priorities are different. It works for some people, but it doesn't work for all people. So don't knock somebody just because they don't want to do things the way you think they should do things. Clarke wants to date successful men or rich men. She can. She's in that area. She's created that space to be more in line with that type of caliber of men anyway. And if a regular woman, right, who does not make what Clarke makes, is not at Clarke's caliber, she can still attract those type of guys as well. You just have to be in that space to do so. And then, of course, if you want to date below, you can do that. You can date below your lifestyle. You can. And if that guy is not intimidated by it, because that's the main reason why a lot of women who make a lot of money don't want to date guys below their what they make, is because they can be intimidated by the type of lifestyle that these women has. If that guy isn't intimidated, then great. Great. If you want to go have on everything, go, great. Not me, but great. So I make this video to say, stop expecting Black women to give a reason for every single, for their dating choices. Stop being nosy. Just stop it. Because you don't see white women have to engage in these type of conversations. You never see white women engaging in these type of conversations because people don't ask it, and we know who's asking it. It's other Black people. So anyways, that was that for this video. I hope that y'all understand a little bit of the situation, which is what's going on in TikTok. I just wanted to take a different spin on it. And that spin is mind your business, let people do what they want to do. And that's about it. Like and follow.